uh, Latham Village, when we were living there in Latham Village Apartments. We started having a Bible study in our home and invited a few friends, and the Bible study began to grow.
Rex went into this whole spiel about how he sensed God's call and how he knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that he was going to be in ministry.
5 of us went away to Lake George to pray. The goal was to come out of there with a decision. Does God want us to launch a local church? We just believed that God was in this. We believed he was nudging us this direction. So we came away believing that this was the time, this was the place, and we're going to go for it. The launch date of the church was March the 21st, 1993, and I'll never forget that day. We were in a storefront over on Metro Park Drive that had been a former club called the Spa Lady. That's what it was called. And so I humorously welcomed people in the morning to the first church of our Spa Lady. In the early days of Grace, when we were just getting started, we had gone out on a limb and bought 200 chairs. And as I helped unload those chairs and carry them into that storefront, I couldn't get this thought out of my head, will we ever need 200 chairs? But one of the things that we learned is even when you don't feel encouraged, even when you don't see where this is going, keep putting one foot in front of the other. Just keep moving if you can and see what God does.
Do you remember Guptill's?
Oh, yeah.
Easter at Guptill's.
Roller skating.
I'll never forget that. And I remember specifically standing outside, and we had policemen ushering people in, and it was just a stream of cars that just kept coming and coming and coming. It was just exciting.
You know, Deb, soon those chairs began to fill, and then people kept inviting their friends, and some people got saved and came to know Christ, and God has never stopped amazing us with what he's done. In the early days of Grace, I introduced a philosophy that I called the three-legged stool. Now, that came from something I had concluded in studying a lot of churches all around North America. And so I said to the early leaders of Grace, look, there are 3 things we're going to do. We're going to have a clear message. As much as that depends on me, I'm going to do my best. We're going to have a wonderful dynamic worship. We're going to get the best people we can to lead us in corporate worship. And we're going to put a priority on children's ministry. And if we do that, I think God is going to blow our minds. And that's what we call the three-legged stool.